1, 2, 3, action. Hey, what are you doing there, hon?
I'm making the sub pod.
Making the sub pod?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's the new worm farms going into the garden. But first, hang on. We need to introduce you to the community before we do this. I think that's in another video.
Oh.
Come and sit down. We're over this way. So, you're putting together the sub pod.
Yeah.
You're a real doer, aren't you? Action taker.
Oh, not really.
She says she isn't, but she is. You should see how clean my house is. And yeah, and it's like, it's unreal to have her here, right? And so in some ways, I'm a little bit speechless introducing someone else to the show, such as Sherly. But I've been promising for a few weeks now, Sherly is coming. This is my sweetheart, my fiance. And she's a gardener and she loves gardening in the Philippines. But it's totally different, right? How I grow food here and the way you grow food there. You were saying you just got some soil and what?
Yeah, we just get the soil from the near our house and then just plant it directly on the ground. Not like the one that you're doing here.
So, but you told me the other day you went to get some soil from somewhere.
Oh yeah, soil from the burned hay.
The burned hay,
Yeah,
not
burned
rice
hay.
husk?
And then, no, it's not burned hay. And then there's also like soft soil at the backyard, so we get it.
And move that.
And move it all, and then just plant it. Just plant the.
They're so lucky because they've got these rich volcanic soils, good rainfall, things like that. And, you know, they find ways to make calcium mineral setups and things. And a lot of them, they're good gardeners, but they don't actually understand the science behind it. It's just been this tradition passed down. I burn the rice hulls, burn some of the hay you were saying,
yeah.
and then add that. So
Mix
adding,
the soil with the burnt hay.
mix it with the burnt hay. Okay, I've seen that done with husks and stuff. So it's a bit like, in Australia we have these forest fires, right? And after a forest fire goes through, there's ash all over the ground everywhere. And you think like it looks apocalyptic, right? But then within a few months, the forest just takes off again. It just booms and you just go, why is that? And it's a part of the natural system here in Australia with forest fires in certain parts. And the Aboriginals used to burn off, not only to open up space for hunting, but to also regenerate the land. And so what we do here, because the land isn't so great, like we don't have, there is volcanic soil around here, but it's in patches, and we're on a big patch of clay. It's rock hard. The plant's roots can't move through so quickly. It doesn't drain away so well, because it holds a lot of moisture. So this backyard is prone to flooding, like in really big floods. That's right. It's a bit chilly, isn't it? She's been sneezing all morning, getting used to the cooler weather. She goes, no, it's like Hong Kong. I'm like, no, this is Mullumbimby, man. It's a little bit different. So yeah, it's a bit cold this morning. But what we wanted to do was, Sherly might want to ask me a couple of questions about the garden, because she's looking at it going, I don't know what to do. It's so different. And so, do you have any questions for me about the difference in this garden? Like,
Yeah, how do you basically how
you gotta
do
look
you...
that. You gotta look that way.
Okay. So how do you make your plants healthy, or what is the secret for making those plants so healthy here?
The secret.
Green, so green.
Yeah. Okay. So not everything is green. Like we're getting there, but it's just about making compost, right? And then, so if you add compost to a sandy soil, you're going to build body to the sandy soil and add good microbes and things, which makes the soil healthy. Like building up a soil web, which is all that everything that lives in the soil is a soil web. There's billions of things. And then with clay soil, the same thing. It breaks it apart and expands it, gives it more drainage and stuff. So we're basically doing as much composting and bringing in as much compost as we can, and building compost systems on the ground, such as the no dig things, which is the hay bales that you've seen here. These are grass bales at the moment, and building on top of them. The worms are coming up underneath, the earthworms getting attracted because it's nice and moist. they're grabbing that and then they're pulling that material back down and they're creating burrows in the ground. So they're actually tilling the soil for us. And as that builds up and there's so the breakdown of the bales, it's putting carbon, and then that starts building the soil life, and then it just starts working. So it just once it gets going, it starts working faster and faster. It's just a matter of us just taking care of it. So the soil here is pretty bad, and clay soil has a lot of nutrient in it, but it just, like I said, it doesn't drain well. It's not great for some plant roots, and some plants don't like it. So we're just building out slowly. And you know, the worm farms that you were putting in, that also helps with the plant health, because the worms will eat all the compost that we give it, and they'll move out in the garden. They do their little poops, their worm castings around, spread that biology around, the fertilizer around, and all we got to do is just feed them. So here, this no-dig sort of style permaculture, well, I'm not going to call it a homestead anymore, because some people said it's not, because we don't have chickens and animals anymore. But you know, I don't know how we classify it, but basically I've always called them micro farms, because we used to make money out of them. We're going to probably be doing that again in the near future. Got a compost coming out. I'm selling some bags today, and pretty excited about that, because we're doing it. I was doing it down the coast, and Sherly's been helping me bag and everything like that. So it's been pretty cool. But have you got any other questions? Like anything at all? Maybe you got something for the viewers. She was worried that everyone wasn't going to like her. And everyone's going, shut up, Marty, let Sherly talk. So excuse me.
I don't know.
You don't know? Bit shy now? Anyway, we're going to make up a sub pod, right? And we're going to put it into the garden. But this is the first time we're ever doing anything like this. Okay, so you got to give her a bit of slack, right? She's a doer, she makes stuff, and yeah, she might be my little DIY girl lady, I reckon. And we're going to get her making the sub pod. We're going to install it into the gardens here. We've got one here already that didn't get used when I was at the last place. I was going to build out a big worm farm area. We got blessed with this house and we come here, which is way better. And Sub Pod have sent us another one, and that's going to be installed separately, probably as a display Sub Pod system. But the other one's going into the raised bed, so we're pretty excited about that. All right, so please say hello. Welcome my lovely lady, Sherly here. And I've got nothing else to say, except don't forget to say g'day, all right?
Bye.
Bye for now. Give it a wave, Sherly, like that.
Bye, everyone. And that's it.